Education Bureau in collaboration with Addis Media Network. This is English for grade 6. I am your English teacher, Miss Sanait Hailu. Hello students, how have you been? Good, thank you. I was well too. So last time we have seen about the comparative adjectives. Yes, we have seen the adjectives and we see what? The adjectives that are one-syllabled and how we make them into comparative degree and superlative. Very good. And also we have seen those adjectives that has 2 and more syllables. How do we make them comparative and superlative? Do you say we use more and most? Very good. That means you all remember what we have learned last time. Good. And we also have seen those adjectives that are irregular, which means those adjectives that do not follow the rule, right? Do you remember those? Yeah, like for example, we say what? Good, and it becomes better, then best, etc. Very good. And today we're going to learn about the present perfect. Yeah, today we're back to tenses, yeah? Good. Present perfect. Before we directly dive into the present perfect, just like last time, I want to tell you a story. And then while you listen the story, try to identify those sentences that are constructed by the present perfect. Because I am sure you have learned about the present perfect before when you were on grade 5. Yes? So let's see if you remember the structure, the form. Just listen and write down a few sentences that you can, that are written in a present perfect, okay? Very good. Now listen carefully. It is a short story, actually. The story says, My Day at the Park. It is what? My Day at the park. Now I'm going to tell you a story of a young boy, how he spent his day in a park, okay? Try to identify the sentences that are constructed with present perfect. Okay. I have had a very busy day today. First, I have finished my homework, so I could go to the park. I have played soccer with my friends, and we have laughed a lot. We have eaten some snacks under the big tree. It was so much fun. After that, we have taken some photos to remember the day. I have never felt so happy. I have been to this park many times, but today was special. I have learned a new game that have made a new friends. However, my brother has not come to the park today because he has been feeling a bit tired. Also, my friends have not played basketball, although we usually do. It is a bit sad, but we have had a great time anyway. Now, I'm going home and I have already told my parents all about my day. I can't wait to go again. It's a wonderful day with this boy, right? Yes. Now, let us try to pick out those sentences, yeah, from the story, which are written in the present perfect. Okay. So, have you heard the story? How was his day? I'm sure you are jealous, yes? He had a wonderful time, right? Okay. Since our today's lesson is the present perfect, present perfect. From the story that you heard, I'm sure you heard it very carefully, let us pick out, not all, but some of the sentences that you remember that are constructed with the present perfect. So, what are the sentences that you remember from the story who are written in a present perfect tense? Yes? Even the story begins what? By saying, I have had a busy day, right? Yes, the boy says what? I have had a busy day. This is one, for example, from all those that I remember. And he also says what? I have finished my homework, right? I have finished my homework. Yes? And he also says what? My brother, yeah? My brother has not come, right? My brother has not come. Yes? Yeah, these are some of the sentences that we remember from the story. That means present perfect is also one tense that can help us to express some experiences and our life tour. Yeah? Yes, we can use it in our daily life, right? Simply when we learn tense, it is not only for just learning in a classroom and taking exams, okay? We have to use them in our real life. So this boy, he was telling us how he spent his busy day, and the tense that he used were, as you can see, I have had a busy day. I have finished my homework. My brother has not come. Yes? Yeah, and a lot, right? So, what can we say about the present perfect? I mean, can we tell the structure or the form of present perfect based on these sentences? Yeah? Let's try, all right? As usual, like any other sentences, a sentence begins with what? With a subject, yes? So, we're going to bring out the form from those sentences that are picked out of the story, all right? Good. So, we have what? A subject. Subject plus, all right? Then, what kind of, or what is the auxiliary here? On the first one, have. Even on the second one, have. On the third one, has. Yes? So, the auxiliaries are has and have. We will see when we use has and when we use have, okay? Then, let's see the verb. I have had. What type of verb is it? Verb 3, or what we call past participle. Even here, I have finished. Yes? I have what? Finished. This is what? A past participle form. My brother has not come. Come is also what? A V3 form, right? Come, came, and come. So, the verb type here is past participle. Past participle. Or which we call it verb 3. Okay? This is the form of the present perfect, which is subject plus has and have. When do we use has and when do we use have? Yeah? Let's see. For example, for those subjects that are singular except I. I know I is also singular, but in a rule, we don't use has with I. Okay? So, except I, for the other singular subjects like he, she, and it, we use what? Has. By the way, when we say he, she, it, that means singular noun. Like, for example, if you say Paul, Paul is just one person, yes? We can even what? Replace the name Paul by he, yes? Or you can say Sarah. Sarah is also one individual girl, which is replaced by the pronoun she. So, for such singular subjects, we use what? Has as an auxiliary. And for those that are plural, including I, then we from the first person, then you from the second person. You, it doesn't matter whether it is for you, just one person, or you as a group, okay? Or they. All right? These are what? Plural pronouns or Just like this, for example, here it's only Paul by himself and Sarah by herself, yeah? Let's make them together. Paul, and Sarah. So how many individuals do I have here? 2. Very good. Paul and Sarah, which means they. Yeah? So for such subjects, which are plural subjects, we use what? Have. Excellent. And our verb form, as you have seen here in the sentences, it is what? The V3 or the past participle form. So the form of present perfect is subject plus has or have plus verb 3 or past participle. This is what? In a positive sentence. But from the story, as you have seen it here, the third sentence that we pick out, it says what? My brother has not come. What kind of sentence is it? Do you say negative? Yes, because we have what? The negative indicator not here. So, even when we make it a negative form, we simply add not between the verb and the auxiliary. All right? That means, look, subject plus, then the common auxiliaries here, has or have, yeah? Good. Plus the negative indicator word, not, plus the past participle. Past participle. Past participle, or what we call it commonly, verb 3 or V3. Yes? When we use this not with has or with have, we can say like this, look, has not, yeah? Has not, or we can contradict it by saying what? Hasn't. Like this. Has N apostrophe, then T. Hasn't. Yeah? Or if it is with have, we say what? Have not. Yeah? Or haven't. Haven't. Then the verb remains the same, which is verb 3. So this is how we construct the positive and negative form. One thing left. How about how we make the question? Yeah? Let me show you with an example. Okay? Have you read ፍቅር እስከ መቃብር? ፍቅር እስከ መቃብር. I put it in a single quotation because it's not English, all right? Have you read ፍቅር እስከ መቃብር? Let me add one more. Have you seen the new movie? Have you seen the new Amharic movie? Question mark. Look, have you seen the new Amharic movie? Or let's talk about someone else, like this. Has she visited you? Look, has she visited you? Now we have got 3 sentences that are interrogative. In this case, out of these sentences, we can bring out the form. It is simple, right? How do we start our sentence? Look, the first one, have, then you. The second one, again, have, you. There comes after you a verb, sin. How about the third one? Has, then she, yes? And visited. So can we tell the form from these examples? Yes, we can. Very good. Let's do it together. It is what? Yeah, just like the positive and the negative form, do I start with a subject? Is there a subject here? No, we have what? The auxiliaries, the present perfect auxiliaries that are have and have, or, yeah, has. You know, I make it capital in both because they are going to be in the beginning of the sentence. Very good. Then have or has plus, after that, what do we have? Have you. Since I am talking with you, I say what? Have you. Now that means you are the subject. Or when we talk about the girl, has she. Now we are making her what? A subject. So after have and has, there follows what? A subject. A subject. Just like the positive and the negative, our verb is here, read, read, and read. Yeah? It is irregular. It doesn't change its form, but we can pronounce it in a different way. Yes? Yeah. We don't say, have you read? We say what? Have you read? Yeah? And the same, seen. It is very good. It is the verb 3 form. And visited. It is also the verb 3. So have or has plus subject plus, yes? Yes, the past participle. Past participle, or what we call verb 3. This is how we construct the present perfect in the 3 forms of a sentence: positive, negative, and interrogative. Is it clear? Can you make a sentence if I give you a word? Yeah? Can you write it in a present perfect form? Okay, let's practice. Let us practice. Practice. Okay. Write the following. Write the following in a present perfect tense. Okay? The first one. The girls blank celebrate. The girls blank celebrate their graduation together. Okay? The girls blank celebrate their graduation together. All right? That's up to you to make it present perfect. The second one. Yeah? We blank not ask for more time. Okay, look at this. We not ask for more time. One more, just one more, okay? Blank, you be in Hawassa. Okay, let me give you a few seconds and practice how to make a positive, negative, and interrogative form of the present perfect, okay? Just a few minutes. Okay, time is up. Now I'm sure you have tried your best. Now let's do it with me, Okay? The first one. The girls blank celebrate their graduation together. Yes? What do you say? Our subject is the girls. Singular or plural? Yes, it is plural. So we say what? The girls or they. Yeah? They. Then before we pass on to the verb, we have to use an auxiliary. Yeah? They have celebrated. They have celebrated their graduation. Their graduation together. If you correctly like this, that means you are clear with me. All right? The next one. We not ask for more time. What do we say? Yeah? We, yeah? Since we is plural, the auxiliary we use it what? Have. We have not or we haven't, yeah? We haven't asked for more time. We haven't asked for more time. How about this one? Blank you be in Hawassa? Yeah, it's a question, interrogative sentence. So how should we start? Since our subject is you, again, we say what? Have you? Have you? Then be is changed into been. Have you been in Hawassa? You can say, have you been in Hawassa before or, yeah? Have you been in Hawassa before? So this is how we make what? The present perfect, which is subject plus has or have plus past participle in the question form, has or have plus subject, yes, plus past participle and object or complement. Now, let me talk or let me tell you on how and when to use the present perfect. Yes? The first common use of the present perfect is 1, for an action. For an action happened someday in the past. Someday in the past. Okay? For an action that happened someday in the past, but the time is not mentioned or known, mentioned or known specifically. Okay? For an action that happened someday in the past. For example, do you remember our first question? I told you, or I asked you, have you ever read ፍቅር እስከ መቃብር? Yeah? Me, myself, I have read ፍቅር እስከ መቃብር. But if you ask me when, I don't know the exact time. I have read ፍቅር እስከ መቃብር. I even remember the story. I can tell you the story. The main characters are, yes, ሰብለ ወንጌል and በዛብህ. Yes? But I don't know when I read the story. So that means for an action that has happened someday in the past, but the time happening is not mentioned or is not known. In my case, it is not known because I don't remember the exact time. So how do I write it? I can simply say what? I have read ፍቅር እስከ መቃብር I have read ፍቅር እስከ መቃብር. Simply, I can stop my sentence here. I have read ፍቅር እስከ መቃብር. Or I can say what? I have read ፍቅር እስከ መቃብር someday before. Yeah? Someday before. Or I simply say what? I have read ፍቅር እስከ መቃብር before. But now, I don't remember the time. I don't remember, or I cannot tell the time. Okay? Let me add some more here. She has visited us from the US before. See? She has visited us from the US before. That means you cannot exactly tell the time when she visited you. Yeah? If you say, for example, she visited us last year, in this case we use what? Simple past, not the present perfect. Why? Because we are using the exact time of happening. Or we are using what? A time adverb. If somebody says, I read ፍቅር እስከ መቃብር 2 years ago, that means the time of happening is clear and known. In this case, we use what? Simple past. But if you don't know the exact time of happening, we use what? The present perfect. All right? Good. And the second is for an action. An action happened in the past and continue till the present, okay? But sometimes not the action, or sometimes the action can be completed, but the result continues till present, or the result continue till present. I will give you a good example for the second one, okay? Let's see. I have cut my finger. Look at this sentence. I have cut my finger. Have, then since cut is irregular verb, it's always cut. I have cut my finger. Which one is it from these two? Is it an action happened in the past, continue to present, or an action happened in the past, but the result continues until what? Which one is it? When somebody comes in a bandage and says, I have cut my finger. Yeah? It is what? The result. Very good. Yeah, maybe it was yesterday or before yesterday or someday in the past, the person, yeah, has cut his finger. We were not there. We haven't seen that. Yeah? But after he comes in bandage, he says what? I have cut my finger, which means I am still in pain. Yeah? The pain is, the pain is still present. Did you get that? An action that has happened in the past, but the result is until present. Very good. And another, for an action happened in the past and continue till present. Example. I have lived in Addis. And Addis means what? Addis Ababa, our beautiful city. Yeah? I have lived in Addis Ababa for 3 years. You see? I have lived in Addis Ababa for 3 years. But still I am in Addis Ababa. You are even now watching me in Addis TV. Yes? So it is what? An action that has happened or starting to happen 3 years ago, and still now I am in Addis. These are the two reasons why we prefer to choose the present perfect. Okay? Now, I want you to tell me your experience, or just to construct a sentence using the present perfect. Before that, let me revise all about the present perfect, which we have seen today. As I told you, after this lesson, you are expected to use has and have in a correct sentence, and also, to tell a story or to narrate something that has started in the past until now using the present perfect. Okay? Good. Let us revise it. Present perfect tense. Subject plus has or have plus past participle, positive sentence, subject plus has not or hasn't, have not or haven't plus past participle, which is negative, and have or has plus subject plus past participle, then question mark, that is interrogative. This tense helps us to express one, for an action happened someday in the past, but the time of happening is not known or it's not specific. Okay? Be careful. In the case of present perfect, we don't use specific time adverbs. You don't say yesterday, last week, last year, last month. No. The time of happening is not what? Specific. If you have to use a time adverb, it is like before, after this or that, yeah? Some days ago, something like that. Not a specific time adverb, because the time of happening is not known. And the second one is for an action that has happened in the past and continue until now. Like my experience. I have lived in Addis for 3 years, which means 3 years and now I am also in Addis. Yes? Or for an action that has happened in the past and the result continue till present. Like I have cut my hair, which means not I am still cutting it. No. The result still continues, which means I'm still on bandage or I'm still in pain, right? So the action has happened in the past, but the result is still now. Okay? These are the two situations or conditions that we use the present perfect. I'm sure everything is clear with the present perfect now. Let me give you an exercise to practice as your homework, okay? Good. Homework. Write the following sentences in their correct form, of the present perfect. Okay. Blank you see Titanic. Blank you see Titanic. 2. We blank not finish our assignment yet. 3. Aster blank visit Aksum before. The last one. Some boys donate money to Macedonia, for example. Okay. These are 4 sentences just to practice what we have seen today. I am sure you will come up with answers and show your answers to your teachers at school or your mentors and your parents, okay? So present perfect is what we had for today. I will see you next time. Have a good one.